I call to order the regular meeting of the Lakewood, Colorado City Council of November 10th, 2014. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Murphy?
Here.
Shakti? Here. Roybal?
Here.
Johnson?
Here.
Quinn?
Here.
Hall?
Here.
Coop?
Here.
Caraway?
Here.
Helen?
Here.
Wickman? Harrison?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. As always, I'd like to thank everyone who chose to take part in their local government by coming out on one of our first cold and snowy nights of the winter to visit with us in person in council chambers tonight, and also those watching us either on the website or on Channel 8. We welcome all of you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silent prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. We have a fairly light agenda tonight, but we do have a very important proclamation to start things out, item 4. And sorry to steal any thunder here, Margie, but I think I'll just ask, do you have to read it into the record?
Proclamation for Small Business Saturday.
All right, thanks. I'd ask our Council President, Scott Coop, to read the proclamation celebrating Small Business Saturday later this month.
Proclamation Small Business Saturday, November 29th, 2014. Whereas Lakewood would like to celebrate its local small businesses and the contributions they make to our local economy and the community by creating jobs and sustaining our neighborhoods. And whereas there are currently 23 million small businesses in the United States, representing more than 99% of American employer firms, according to the U.S. Small Business Administration. And whereas small businesses also create more than 2/3 of the net new jobs and generate 46% of the private gross domestic product. And whereas consumers across the country agree that small businesses contribute positively to the local community by supplying jobs and generating tax revenue. And whereas Lakewood, along with numerous public and private organizations across the country, has endorsed the Saturday after Thanksgiving as Small Business Saturday. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the people of Lakewood, I, Bob Murphy, Mayor of the City of Lakewood, Colorado, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim November 29th, 2014 as Small Business Saturday in the City of Lakewood, and encourage our residents to shop at local businesses. Given under my hand and seal of the City of Lakewood, this 10th day of November, 2014, Bob Murphy, Mayor.
Thank you, Scott. And again, I just reiterate, this is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, Small Business Saturday. And if you think about it, when you patronize small businesses in our community, you're obviously helping to generate tax revenue that helps provide services. But those small businesses also tend to buy their supplies from other local vendors. You know, they tend to support the neighborhood. The football teams and baseball teams, they tend to support local charities. So, and they tend to employ local people as well. So really the bang for your buck is tripled or quadrupled when you support those small businesses. So we certainly encourage you to go out and do that. This shopping season is almost upon us. Hard to believe. All right, this is the time for public comment, and again, this is the time to comment on non-agenda items. Considering there isn't an agenda tonight, I guess it's pretty safe that you won't be commenting on an agenda item. We do ask that you limit your comment to 3 minutes. There's a series of green, yellow, and red lights on the lectern down here, and it will be green for the first 2.5 minutes. Then it will turn yellow. You'll know that you have 30 seconds left, and then when it turns red, your 3 minutes are up. Given the fact that there's only one person on the public comment list, we probably won't be hard and fast about that 3 minutes. But I know there's a number of folks here from the Westgate area, so I'd ask Wendy Strom to come on down. I met Wendy in the elevator on the way up.
Strom and Co. My name is Wendy Strom, S-T-R-O-M, of 7919 West Harvard Place. I am here today with some fellow residents and students of Westgate Elementary. On September 12th of this year, we applied for the Neighborhood Participation Grant to update our neighborhood and school playground. Tonight, I have two friends that are here to say a few words on that topic.
My name is Elise Cockett. I'm 11 years old and I go to Westgate Elementary. Thank you for allowing me to talk to you this evening. My family and I live in a condo near Westgate. We don't have much space to play because we do not have our own backyard. One of our favorite places to go is the Westgate Playground. It's a walkable distance from our house and sometimes my friends are there. The Westgate Playground is used by over 600 students at our school, plus many other children in the neighborhood. However, there are several reasons why this playground needs an upgrade. The rocks, or pea gravel, is a major problem that needs to be addressed. The tiny stones spread onto the sidewalk and cause running kids to slip. I have often seen children fall at recess because of the rocks. My friends and I try to play kickball or other games on the basketball court, but it is very unsafe because students slip on the pea gravel. There is also the danger of children throwing rocks at each other, something that happens fairly often even though our teachers always remind us not to. The other problem with the Westgate Playground is the safety of the equipment itself. One of my favorite parts of the playground is the balance beam. Sadly, it is rusty and the cover on it is peeling off, which makes it hard to use. Other parts of the playground are also falling apart, making many of the play structures hard for kids to use. Another reason for a new playground is that the metal gets very hot on sunny days. There is hardly any shade at the playground, so my mom doesn't take us as often as we wish. On any sunny day, the equipment is hot to the touch. I hope we will consider giving the grant to Westgate so we can upgrade our playground. I know my siblings and I, the Westgate students, and other children in the neighborhood would really appreciate it.
Thank you. Nice job. Sure.
Hi, my name is Aiden Bishop. I am in second grade and I am 7 years old. I feel like we really need a new playground for many reasons. I think on our new playground we should have more colors. Our playground is really old too. The yellow climbing thing is dangerous. We can fall off of it. We need a better ground because if you get rocks in your shoes and then you take them off, you will get them all over the place. Then your mom has to clean them up. We might want a tire swing and better swings. It is also important to get our energy out. Exercise is important. I also think we need shade for really hot days. I am also in this after school care. We use the playground more than just during school. Please help us get a new playground. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice job. 3 minutes on the dot, too. You guys practice. You know, some of you may know I've been in the sales business most of my life. That's as good of a pitch as I've ever heard. Nice job. Councilor Harrison, Ward 5.
Yes, I wanted to tell the parents at Westgate what that was an absolutely wonderful presentation, and I drove by the other day, and I can see why it's really got some concerns in that area. Some things that my fellow counselors probably don't know is that there's actually a city park right next to the school that they use in conjunction, and there seems to be the city actually takes some of the responsibility for maintain, and as well as so does the school district. So this is kind of a really interesting park, and I really hope that we can figure out a way to help these people out because this needs some help. Thank you.
And it's NPP, Neighborhood Participation Program grant. Okay. So, and you did apply, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it kind of goes through a vetting process with staff and the criteria and stuff. And I'm sure you are well aware of. But, yeah, we appreciate your application, and we appreciate the show of support. So the public out there saw 3 folks at the podium, and there are 10 times that many here to support the grant application. So thank you very much for coming out. Anyone else wish to speak on this or any other topic? All right. Thank you. With that, we will close public comments. And move on to the consent agenda. I'm not sure we even need to read the instructions, so I won't, since there's no resolutions or ordinances tonight. Margie.
The consent agenda consists of items 6 only. Approving the minutes of the regular city council meetings of August 25th, September 22nd, and October 13, 2014.
Thank you. I'll open up public comment opportunity on the minutes, I guess, since that's all there is. Seeing none, I'll close public comment. I'm ready for a motion on the consent agenda.
Mayor Murphy, I move for approval of the council minutes, which are included in the consent agenda introduced into the record by the city clerk.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, please cast your votes. Oh, I thought you did it on purpose. Hang on a sec. Please clear your votes. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, we had a no vote up here, and we thought that person did it just to kind of shake things up, to be funny. But yeah. All right, it passes unanimously. It would have been fine. All right, on to general business. Anything? All right. Executive report, Chief Paletta.
No report.
All right, so on to council reports. I do have a couple things just quickly. One is that here I mentioned this November 10th. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, and we certainly we honor all of our veterans for their service, including at least a couple up here on City Council and throughout our community and throughout the region and the state. So I know there'll be a very special event at O'Connell Middle School tomorrow, as always. But thank you very much, veterans, for your service. The second thing I wanted to mention was an article that appeared in the Denver Post over the last several days. And the topic of the article was E. coli contamination in Bear Creek. And the article cast sort of a broad net about Bear Creek and E. coli contamination in portions of that creek that are many times above the regulatory limits. I would like to point out, as our Public Works Director, Jay Hutchinson, mentioned in a memo to all of us today, just a couple of things that within the city of Lakewood, no testing of Bear Creek within the city has found E. coli levels that exceed the regulatory limits, and he actually mentions that a couple of times in this memo. So I want to reassure people that E. coli, there are many sources for that. Some of them are natural sources. It's not always pollutants, but again, within the boundaries of Lakewood, the testing has not achieved results above regulatory limits. So again, that Bear Creek goes a long ways, all the way to the South Platte River. So that's what much of that article was referring to. Hopefully that helps reassure folks. Adam, anything from the Mayor Pro Tem?
No, just two quick things. One, thanks to the Westgate folks for coming out tonight and showing up in force on this cold night. We appreciate that. And echo what the mayor said, and thank you to all of our veterans who've served, past and present. I think it's the eve of the 100th anniversary of the start of the World War I, which was supposed to be the war to end all wars, and unfortunately, we haven't come to that place yet. But thank you to all those who've served.
Thank you. Scott? Shakti?
I went to the intercultural fair at Kendricks Lake Elementary School, and it was really quite delightful. There was food from the parents cooked, I think, from every country you can think of. There was French onion soup and empanadas and all kinds of stuff, and people wore traditional costumes. The kids and the parents. There were also artifacts from different countries, and then there were dancers throughout who came in and performed traditional dance. So it was quite an event.
Thank you. Councilor Roybal.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. I just have one thing. Family Tree is going to be presenting a class on domestic violence in Jefferson County, and this is going to be held on Saturday, November 15th from 10:30 to 1 p.m. at Phillips United Methodist Church, located at 1450 South Pierce Street. If you would like to have child care and lunch provided, please RSVP to 303-934-5549. That's all I have there.
Thank you, Pete. Councilor Johnson, anything?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This Saturday, Karen and I will be hosting our Ward 1 meeting, and it's at 9 o'clock at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. We have John Zabawa, who is the director of the Senior Resource Center, and having somebody of that stature coming to our ward meeting, I think, is a big deal. Our parents want to stay at home when they age, and John Zabawa is the person that understands senior issues, and he also is the person to understand and to go to for resources to help our parents remain at home. So please join us this Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Quinn?
Well, I'm really glad we have so many Ward 5 residents this evening. We have our Ward 5 meeting coming up this Saturday, November 15th at 9 a.m. at Bear Valley Church. And we actually, this week, have 2 guest speakers for the price of 1. The fun never ends. The first guest speaker actually will be Rachel Hansgen of Groundwork Denver, and she'll be there to talk about the Bear Creek watershed study that looked into the issue of E. coli contamination in Bear Creek. And so if you're interested in that topic and in what they're doing in terms of looking at Bear Creek and pollution issues there, it definitely will be a good meeting to attend. So she'll be speaking first, and then we'll have someone from Lakewood Public Works who will be there to talk about a subject near and dear to all of our hearts tonight, and that is snow plowing and ice removal. And rumor is that there will be a prop present. There may be a snow plow in the parking lot, so it'll be a good meeting to come to learn about both of those topics. And we hope to see everybody there. Again, that's 9 a.m., Bear Valley Church, this coming Saturday morning. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Councilor Bearway.
Thank you, Mayor. Just happy Veterans Day to my father, 29 years in the Air Force, and almost all of my male relatives served in some capacity, including the Marines, and today is the birthday of the United States Marine Corps, like the 230th anniversary. And to our 2 young speakers tonight, if you go out to the website, www.lakewood.org, you can find this broadcast on there and watch yourself when you go home tonight. So we have it on the city's website, KLTV8, and you can take a look at yourself on TV. Thanks for coming.
Will it be up tonight, kid? Yeah.
Yeah, we should have it up.
Okay, great. Super. Councilor Kellen. Councilor Wickman. Councilor Harrison.
Yes, I have a couple of things. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the voters in Lakewood. I was thrilled at the outcome of our ballot issue that we had in Lakewood. And for those parents sitting here, that means that there will be no more pot shops, retail pot shops in Lakewood. And I think, hallelujah. So I'm thrilled about that. That's wonderful. Second thing I wanted to talk about is that there will be a Christmas celebration on December 5th at the Lakewood Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is located at 6465 West Jewel. This is in combination with the Lakewood Symphony and the Colorado Mormon Chorale. And if you want to hear some good music, come. It will be wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
No report.
Tim, anything? Kevin? All right, as we close out the meeting, just want to touch on our schedule for the rest of the year. The holidays are approaching, and we do kind of wind down a little bit. Council, we will have a study session on November 17th. We will not have a meeting on November 24th because that's Thanksgiving week. We will have a study session on Monday, December 1st, and that will be preceded by an executive session at 5:30. And then we will have a regular council meeting on December 8th. And after that, it's just to be determined to see what the agenda might bring us. But I wanted to give you that in advance. All right. Thank you. We are adjourned at 7:19. Thanks.